In this exercise, we are going to learn how we can create a new Active Directory tenant or new Active Directory, and also we will learn how to create new users and how to delete the new users. First, you need to activate this particular sandbox. I will give this URL in the description. You can activate this sandbox free of cost. Use your personal email accounts to activate the sandbox, and then once the sandbox is activated, you can access the Azure portal. Click on this link to launch the Azure portal. Once the Azure portal is open, I have already opened it, then you should see the Microsoft Learn sandbox activated. Make sure that you are doing the changes inside the Microsoft Learn sandbox. Now I will remove the tab, make it separate so that we can see both pages on the same window, so that we don't have to switch the windows back and forth. Okay, and now you can click on the Azure portal. On the home page, click on create a resource. Okay, and then from the list of resources, from under identity, we need to click on create under the Active Directory. So we are now going to create a new Active Directory tenant. Okay, inside the Azure portal, again we are doing this activity inside the free sandbox portal. Now next we need to select the Azure Active Directory. We are not creating a Azure Active Directory for B2C. Select the first option, and then we need to click on next configuration. And on the configuration page, we need to enter the organization name and the initial domain name. Okay, now here we can type organization and then the initial domain name, it can be Shupran, and then let's see if that's a unique name. You can see it's a unique domain name. Okay, and then you can simply click on review plus create, so it will review the configuration, and then you can click on create. So it will review the validation. So validation has been passed. Now you can click on create so that it can create the new Azure Active Directory. Okay, enter the captcha and then submit. So this will validate whatever the captcha you have entered, and then it will create the new directory. You can see here the message is tenant creation is in progress, and then after a few minutes you should be able to access your Active Directory. Okay, so this is how we need to submit the captcha. Read all the instructions and make sure that you are following all the instructions clearly. If you face any kind of errors in the sandbox portal, you can close the tab, again access the sandbox URL if needed. You can uh, close all and the browser and activate the sandbox again. So sandbox does not need any credit card, or they will not charge you for the sandbox services. It's a free of cost. Now let's give it a few minutes, and then we can refresh our screen and see the progress. And here we go. So it says tenant creation was successful, and now we can navigate to our new tenant. Okay, so we need to activate the Azure AD Premium account. We are going to test certain features, and those features need a premium subscription so that we can test the new features like the self-service password reset or conditional access. Those features need premium subscription, P1, P2 licenses. With the basic Active Directory free tier, we will not be able to test most of the advanced features. Okay, so now what we can do is, now we need to switch to our Azure new directory. So I think we have already switched. So from here, if you do not already switch to this new organization or directory, in the top right corner you can click on your user account and click on switch directory. So here under the switch directory you can see all the directories. Right now my new organization is a new directory is the current one, so I'm not switching it. But in case you want to go back to your previous directory, you can click on switch, and that will take you to the previous directory. Okay, so again I will go back to my Active Directory tenant. From search you can click on Active Directory, Okay, go to Active Directory, and now in Active Directory you can see I'm inside my new organization, new directory, and from in the Active Directory, from Manage, we need to click on License. Okay, here we go. I have clicked on the license, and the on the overview page we can see some basic information. And now since we want to activate the trial, we can click on Get Trial Link. Okay, let's activate the trial account, and from under the Azure AD Premium P2, click on Free Trial so that we can activate the free trial for our account. Okay, let's click on Activate, and then let's give it a minute, and then it says successfully activated Azure AD Premium P2 trial. So we have activated the trial account, and now under the Azure AD P2 we did this activity. Return to the overview section of our Active Directory. From top I can click directly the link, and then again we are back on the overview section of our Azure Active Directory. Again, if something has not updated correctly, you can refresh the Azure portal, refresh your browser. Now on the overview page, here you can see it still says our license is Azure AD free. Okay, so under the overview section, it is still saying we are using the free license, but we have activated the trial license, but the information is not yet updated. So what we can do is we can refresh the browser so that we can see the correct information. Let's see, I have refreshed my browser. The browser refresh has completed, but still we can see it says the license is Azure AD Premium. So if you see your information is not getting updated in Azure portal, what you can do is you can navigate to different other menus. Like you can click anywhere in the Azure portal, and then again you can go back to your previous resource. Like in this case, we want to see the updated information for Azure Active Directory. So now again I have clicked on Azure Active Directory, and it's loading the overview page. So now at least it should get refresh, and somehow it still says Azure AD free. Let's refresh it one more time. So sandbox is little slow since it's a testing environment. It's not fast as a production environment. If you face this kind of issues, you can do refresh couple of times. And again, if you face any issues, you can go back to the license section and try to activate the license. And let's see what we get now. It's loading, and still says Azure AD free. Let's go back to the license section. Click on license. Then from the quick link section, click on get a free trial, and click on free trial under the premium ADP2, click on activate. Now in most like as expected, it has given error that it says okay, you have already activated this trial before. Okay, then why you are not showing me, right? It should show us the Azure AD Premium P2. Okay, right now it's fine. If it is still not showing us this information, it's fine. We can skip it. But definitely, based on that error, we can 100% say that we have already activated that feature. Right now, we don't need that feature immediately, so that we can ignore it for timing and move on. Later on, again, we will go back to the Active Directory overview page and see that license activated. Now let's create a user account in AD. And finally here we go. So you can see it took some time, and then finally we can see the Azure AD Premium license attached with our Azure AD directory. In the Azure AD, click on users or all users. This instruction might be little different, but this is the all user section where we need to create a new user account. On the users page, you can see default user already created. This is the default user account, or the first account which is created as a global admin. And now you can click on new user, create new user, and let's give the username. You can give any username. You don't need to follow the usernames what's given here, but again make sure that you remember whatever inputs you are giving, because this information we need later so that we can test the details. Okay, so under the username I am typing Chris, and under the username Chris Green. And now here either you can generate auto generate the password and see the password, or you can click on let me create the password and type your own password. Okay, but whatever you are entering, make sure you type that, remember that password. Okay, and now we have, let's click on create. So we can add this user in specific group or assign a specific role, but here we just want to create this user, so that's why we created this user account. And now again you can see, I'm not able to see the new user immediately, so you can click on refresh. And again, if you still don't see the user account here, you can refresh the browser. Okay, so now here you can see we have a new user account which we just created, Chris Green, and my default user account. Okay, now we can go ahead and delete this user account. First of all, before deleting this account, you can create any number of users as needed, as you wish. If you need to create individual accounts, then you can use this create new user, or if you want to create lots of user in bulk, then you can click on this bulk button, and then you can create the bulk users. So basically you need to provide the CSV file. You can download the CSV template first and then add the user information, user's first name, last name, user ID or the login ID, its email address, or the password, or everything. Add that in CSV template and then upload the CSV template. So this way you can create the n number of users using the bulk add operation. Also, you can do the bulk delete and bulk invite. Like if you want to delete lots of user at once, then you can again download the template, uh, enter the appropriate information, username and other information, and provide the template, and then Azure will create or delete the user account as per your request. Okay, now let's see how we can delete the users. Now again, I'm inside my Active Directory inside the users page, and now I will select this user, the user which we want to delete it. So this is my normal user, and then I can click on delete. Okay, so delete the user selected. Okay, yes, I want to delete this user. Now once we delete the user, any user which we have deleted, first that user goes in the recover deleted user bin, like it goes in the recycle bin. And if we want to restore any deleted users, we can restore that user in 30 days. Okay, again, I can, as of now I cannot see this deleted user, that's why I'm refreshing the page. But whenever you delete a user, that user goes in the recycle bin or the deleted user section, and within 30 days we can restore that deleted user. If you need any user back, then you can go to your Active Directory, click on users, and then go to the deleted user section and find that user, select it, and click on restore users, and that will immediately restore your user account. So here you can see the user which we have deleted. Now I can select this user, and then I can either permanently delete it. You can do bulk restore if you want to restore multiple users account, or you can click on restore users to restore specific user. Okay, so here you can see the notification. It says user successfully restored. Now again we can go to our all users page, and if you don't see the restored users, again you can refresh the browser, or within the Azure portal you can click on this refresh button so that it can load the latest information. So here you can see we have successfully restored the Azure Active Directory users. This way you can create users, delete users, and restore the users as needed. Thank you.